Everyone, this is Adam with the Weekend Hiker, back out here at the Sipsey Wilderness. As you can see, campfires aren't currently allowed. So some of you may be wondering, why am I canceling my overnight trip? Well, there's a couple of reasons. As you can see, campfires aren't currently allowed. So it's going to put a damper on the project I was wanting to work on, because I went with minimalist gear. Unfortunately, it's the way it goes sometimes. So I'm just going to turn this into a day hike and go from there. Not sure how many of you are aware, but here lately it's been rather dry in Alabama. Going on over a month without any real big rain. They got signs posted at the trailhead saying no fires. So, damn. It kind of puts a damper on my plans. Check out the river though. So some of you may be wondering, why am I canceling my overnight trip? Because I can't have a fire? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, the only food I brought requires it to be cooked, and I planned on cooking it over a campfire. I didn't bring a backup stove. Reason number two is we have a cold front coming through. I'm used to the highs being in the upper 90s, and now at night the lows are getting down to the upper 50s. Without a campfire, you know, there's always a small possibility of hypothermia, you know, especially with my clothes being all sweaty from hiking and then having to camp on the ground. You gotta check this little thing out. It's kind of cool. And this is one little waterfall that's dry at the moment. Sipsey's usually raining all the time. This is probably my first time I've been out here where everything wasn't soaked to the bone. So I stopped to take a water break. Thought I'd show you real quick what I brought with me. Daylight pack just for day hikes. Nice and lightweight. And on the outside it's got the little button compass whistle with thermometer. About 72 degrees right now. Brought my 32-ounce water bottle, stainless steel. And since I'm just doing a day hike and not my longer trek, I just brought a regular hiking stick. This one I bought from Oak Mountain State Park. And you never know what you'll see when you're walking through. I was just walking by looking for some Spanish moss on the ground to collect some more fire starter for later on. Found this little snail shell on the ground. Check it out. Yeah, I found it rather unusual that was on the ground. But that's pretty cool. Looks like I got a little turned around. Meant to hike up to 209. But I ended up here on 200 at the coming up to Fatman Squeeze up here in a minute, which is the opposite way of where I wanted to go. Just goes to show you when you're not paying attention how easy it is to get lost. You know, life is funny. You plan to do one thing and you get thrown a curveball and you don't get to do exactly what you wanted to do. So either you can call it quits and give up, or you can just roll with the punches, make the best of the situation. I'm going to go through Fatman Squeeze, and that'll be the highlight of the trip. I'm kind of curious to see how it looks on the other side of Fatman Squeeze. So let's go and hike on through. Tight fit, tight fit. But as you can see, you pretty much have to crawl to get through this thing. So once you get through, it kind of opens up real nice. In a way, it's kind of like a mini little cave. That is the area I just crawled through. Up in the middle, it kind of opens up. It's probably about a 10-foot ceiling. But for those of you who watched my last video, this should look familiar. Hike down, pass by all this moss here. It's dripping a little bit, but nothing like it was the last time I was here. It's got a little drip to it. Alright. So you pretty much have to crawl through this little area here. And that's how it's done. Gave y'all a little better look at Fatman Squeeze. I did learn one important lesson though. if you're going to be coming out to try to do a survival video, make sure you bring your plan B with you. So if there is a fire ordinance at the time, you can be ready to camp out regularly instead of not being able to camp out at all. It just goes to show you, not everything you plan for happens the way you'd like it to. Just got to make the most of it. I'd like to thank y'all for watching my day hike at the Sipsey Wilderness, going up the Fatman Squeeze. This is Adam with The Weekend Hiker saying take care, God bless, and I'll see you all down the trail.